Hey guys. Hey y'all. Welcome. Yes, it's your girl, Healing Your Silence, Nessa. How are you guys doing? Super excited to be with y'all tonight. Super excited. Let me get right into this really quickly. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I'll give you guys all a quick second to get in so we can have this conversation. We can talk about it, y'all. So go back to this. And it says that we are live. Hey. Hey, Queen. I'm trying to use this backup phone here, right? To send this message so that it don't have too much of a delay. But your girl is trying, okay? Trying my best. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing tonight? Hey, my girl Leandra. Hey, Queen. How are you? I am so excited to see you guys. Super do you. So you got it now, right? Told you I had a surprise for you, right? Yeah, your girl cut her locks. It's gone. I know. It was getting too heavy. Yeah, so your girl cut her locks. Yeah. But let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what you think so far. Let me know what you think. I'm super excited. Again, everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, for those of you watching live, welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited to have you guys. And if this is your first time, don't let it be your last time. If you're liking the content and the information that's being shared on this channel, please subscribe to the channel and also share the information with someone that you know can benefit from this information, right? Um, Tonight's topic is, why did the narcissist left you to suffer? Now we're definitely gonna dig into that, and I'm gonna give some, story time about myself too, when I was left to literally suffer, and how the narcissist was basically sitting back watching me go through my suffering and pain. But let's get into it. Let's talk about it a little bit. I'm not sure how you guys are feeling tonight, and if anyone has even stopped in to check on you guys, just to let you know that you are amazing. And like I said earlier this week, is that sometimes we really don't know how much of a good job we're doing until we're reminded by it through the people that really cares about us, right? The ones that we take for granted at times, and the one that we don't give too much credit to, those are the ones who really are there checking up on us to let us know that we're doing a good job. And for me this week, that was my kids. They reminded me that I was doing a pretty good job, and not through telling me that I was doing it, but through their actions. Because I will constantly tell them about taking care of themselves and, being young ladies and preparing them for tomorrow. And it's oftentimes where we feel like whatever we went through or whatever we experienced, we don't want them to do those things or to have the same experience. So we try to push them to do better and to go in a different direction, to be better than us. But oftentimes we don't give ourselves credit for the things that we're actually doing. So tonight, I really just want to take the second out to let you guys know that you are doing an amazing job. You are doing a good job. Keep up the good work. Keep pushing. The fact that you wake up every day, that you're here, you show up, is more than enough to say that, yes, you're on the right path and you're doing a good job. Keep it up. Don't stop now. Don't give up now. You have a lot of people that are dependent on you. And most of all, you can't fail yourself because you're dependent on yourself. I Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. Thank you. As you guys know, it's the summertime. So yes, the babies are going on summer vacation. So mama had to get ready for our summer vacation. Okay. So yes, we are taking a nice little vacation for some quality time together. And a part of our journey when we're going through stuff is we forget to take care of ourselves. So I want to do this raw, live, right here in front of you guys. Let's do this together. Um, Let's go through the process together, right? I went through the breakup, the hurt, the pain, everything, going through all of that process. And I just want to let you guys know that it's okay to do it brave, do it scared, do it strong, do it weak, do it. Do it with your kids. I'm doing it with my kids. I'm taking my kids on vacation with me so we can do things together as a team and work together as a team. Because a lot of times we forget that our kids went through the experience. For those of you who have children with the toxic narcissistic person, right? We forget that our children went through this experience and our children were exposed to what we went through as well too. So they need to heal too. They need to grieve things and they need to get understanding and clarity. And don't be ashamed of what you went through, but talk to them about it and share the experience with them so that it could help strengthen them. You'll be surprised to see how much they're really paying attention and how much they're really watching the things that we're really doing. We don't give them credit for as much things as they really watch and pay attention to. We don't really give them credit, right? But why did the narcissist left you to suffer? And the narcissists really, they're suffering on their own, right? But they want to watch you suffer because it gives them satisfaction that they're actually putting someone else through the pain that they went through. They're actually watching you suffer the way how they suffer. The things that they experience, they want to see you pay for all those things. So they're sitting here watching you go through all these experiences, right? And they're actually the ones who are inflicting these wounds and watching you suffer. I could remember I could remember quite a few incidents, by the way, and I think I'll just pull one out really quickly. Giving birth. No, it's not a bad suffering. It's not, it's a good, right? So that's why I think it's perfect and it's okay to talk about that experience. But I was in a hospital, my oldest at the time, it was time to give birth to her. And for some reason, I knew what I wanted, right? So, and very transparent moment right now. I wanted to have my partner, my husband, cut the umbilical cord. For some reason, it felt like something of an experience and something I wanted to experience. So I wanted him to cut the cord because it felt like it was going to be something more meaningful. And waiting at the hospital for him to show up to do it, I think I held back the gravity for her coming out. I was trying to resist the urge if she was coming, and it was just that I was getting frustrated. And I was just waiting for him to show up at the hospital, waiting for him to come, and he was just not nowhere to be seen. And he knew I'm at the hospital and he's getting ready to come. And it wasn't like he was doing anything else. It wasn't working, right? Fine, trying to ask him, what are you doing? Oh, I'm leaving off the block. Off the block. So you leaving off the block to come to the hospital. Hello, I'm here waiting on you. I'm waiting to give birth to our child. Hello. Drinking, smoking. And then he came to the hospital. That man came to the hospital just in time to hold my hand, and the process was on. But that's what they do, right? That's just and that's just a real quick, really quick story in less than like what, a minute, right? Because that's just a snapshot of what took place. But while you're sitting there going through labor and going through that process and that pain, and the person that is supposed to be there with you to get you through this journey is the one person that's not there. This person left you high and dry to go through this experience by yourself. So, what I went through was sitting in the hospital in that bed in pain, crying. Of course, we know what it's like. We're women, we're going through this, right? But he didn't show up until, like, I guess it was like less than 5 minutes and the baby was born. Less than 5 minutes. But that's how long I was there in pain, not having a support system, not having him there to support me. Why wasn't he there with me through this process? And it wasn't like, no, he wasn't at work. No, let me answer that question for you. No, you knew I was at the hospital. You brought me there. You went in the shower to come back. And this is, you can't show up back to the hospital. You're nowhere to be found. And you know I'm giving birth, right? But needless to say, the magnitude of pain that a narcissist puts you through, they are standing on the sideline and they're watching you suffer. They're watching you go through this pain and go enduring this pain because it gives them power, it gives them control, it makes them feel superior over you. Girl, girl, listen, okay? So, but the moment that the baby was born, I guess it took away the pain. It took away everything that I was experiencing, everything that I was going, it took it away. But of course, when you sit back and you look at all the pain and the stuff that you endure, there's a lot of things that you can see that the narcissist intentionally left you there to suffer because it brings them pleasure. It brings them joy to sit there and watch you in pain and to watch you suffer. And a narcissistic person does not really care too much about your feelings if you don't know that already. They don't care much about your feelings. So sitting there and watch you in pain and watching you suffer is giving them a highlight for their day, is giving them a great high, an excitement because you're in pain. And once you're in pain, they're in control. They're in control, they control you. They're going to move you one way or the other and destroy you because that's their whole plan, is to destroy you and to break you down. But experiencing all that pain, like I said, I guess the thought of the baby coming took away all the pain, took away all the hurt, took away everything. And I can't help but say that I would go through that pain again to have my children because of the experience that I now have with them. I would do it all again for my kids, right? But for those of you who don't have children with a narcissist and you are not married to them, it's your opportunity to make conscious decision to see, is this person supporting me when I'm at my lowest, when I'm going through stuff? Is this person here to support me? Is this person staying here with me while I'm going through pain, while I'm experiencing these things? Is this person here with me? Some questions to even ask yourself is this relationship beneficial? Is this relationship going in the direction where it's supposed to be going? When I'm with this person, are they adding value to my life? Are they pointing me in the right direction to get me to my next destination? Are they adding future values, or we both could be successful from this relationship? What is this person doing? If they're not adding to your life, adding to your success, adding to your growth, then they're destroying you. And if you're not growing, you're dying. And the more you continue to go downhill, is the more you'll deteriorate. If you are not growing and going in a positive direction, then obviously you know you're dying. And the narcissist wants to sit there and watch you suffer. They want to see you break down. They want to see you cry. They want to see you go through the magnitude of pain. Yes, they want to see you go through it. Watching you suffer is one of the most rewarding thing for a narcissist. And I know I probably sound crazy saying it, but it is true. They'll sit there and watch you go through the pain and leave you there to suffer. Another experience that I have with the narcissist, I'll just give you guys two quick examples, right? Because I'm not really going to stay long as I normally do for 2 hours. No, we're not going to stay that long tonight, right? But really quickly, the other one was, I remember being behind on the taxes on the property, right? And it's a two people responsibility. And I remember telling this man that, let's put together to fix the kitchen in the house so that we'll be able to sell the property. And, I'll give you whatever, take it, go. He's like, yeah, because he wants the money. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Give me until May. And I said, okay, well, by July, the property's going to be gone or whatever, right? May came, he went ghost. He went silent. He was nowhere to be found. At that time, I decided I wasn't going to call him. I wasn't going to say nothing because you knew what we needed to do. You knew what needed to get done. And he vacated. He ghosted. He went away. He wasn't nowhere to be found to help with anything. I didn't say anything. I got it done without him, without saying anything to him, and still walk away from him. But I saw the look in his eyes when he came and saw how good the kitchen was put together and designed. The jealousy, the rage, the anger in his eyes because I was able to do it. So they want to see you suffer. And he's willing to sit there and watch from the sidelines to see if I was going to lose the house, to see if they were going to close the doors and put us out on the street. He did not care if any of that was going to take place, because a narcissist does not care about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your well-being, and they do not care about the children. The children is just leverage. The children is leverage and a form of communication to constantly be in communication with you, because that leaves the line and the door of communication open for a narcissistic person to constantly either reach out to you or have some connection or some ties with you. They do not care to have any relationship with you or the children that you guys created together. They don't care nothing about them. That was more than evident for me that it was time to get up and leave. It was time to be done with this thing. But I already knew I was walking into it. I already knew I was walking into the end of something. When you're at the finish line, when you're at the finish line of something that you know that this is it, it's done. It's done. I'm not suffering no more. You're not going to be the person that control or dictate or determine how my suffering go, how my life go, how anything for me goes. And I made up my mind to walk away, to be done with it. You sitting there watching me suffer is bringing you so much joy. And they'll take from you and go and take care of somebody else. They'll take everything from you to go and feed and give it to somebody else to impress somebody. Do y'all see how redundant they are? They will take from their children's mouth to go and give it to somebody else just to impress them, to lure them in, to hook them, and to, because the next plan is to destroy that other person too. Nobody's getting out of here safe. Nobody's safe, okay? So if they think that, oh, I got this person from you, and nobody is safe. So whatever they're taking from you, they're going to get to the new supply and they're going to hurt them with it, because that's what they're going to use to lure them in order to hurt them. But it's just so sickening to see that these sick and twisted souls, this is what they do. These empty vessels, they are so empty that they are sucking you dry. So watching you suffer, the pain that you're going through is a reflection of the pain and stuff that's inside of them. So when they're watching you going through the pain, they know that there's a connection now. You're connected with them because you're connected to their pain. You're connected to their suffering. So if they're able to watch you suffer, then it's excitement for them, because now you're experiencing what they're going through. You're getting a taste of what's on the inside of them. Nothing but sorrow, anger, and pain. Manipulation, abuse. It's a nasty mess inside of these narcissistic people. But watching you suffer gives them pleasure. Why would they walk away from you when you're at your lowest? Because when you're at your lowest and the narcissist walks away from you, you're going to be begging. When you're at your lowest, you're going to be reaching out for help. You're going to be reaching out looking for somebody to help you. And the only person that you have this strong tie with is the narcissist. So the first person you're going to want to reach out and call is the narcissist. So after they've inflicted this wound and this pain on you, they already know that you're going to reach out to them. They already know that you're going to call them for help. And they want to watch you beg and crawl and suffer. That's all they want to do, is to watch you crawl and beg and come to them, begging for help, begging for attention, begging for them to be there for you. That's all they want you to do, just to watch you beg. You don't have to beg a narcissist. They need you more than how you need them. And I know it sounds like you've heard that before, but believe it. You hearing it is one, but believing it is something different. They need you. Remember, you're the source. You are the main source to the narcissistic supply, especially if you are a grade A quality person. You are a quality supply for this narcissist. Absolutely. You are their source. When you cut off the source, you cut off their supply. Cut them off. Cut that supply, cut that cord, cut it. I wanted him to cut the cord. I should have cut his cord. But instead I gave him access to me. I kept that connection between him and I, because what? I didn't know better, and I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my value. I didn't know anything about me. So when you start to uncover and unpack who you are, you realize how soon you should have cut that cord. You should have cut that cord. But it's okay. You don't have to worry that, oh, I should have done it, this, I should have, could have, would have, would. It don't matter. When you get it done, that's when it matters the most, because you're the one who's making this decision. And it's nobody else that's forcing you to make this decision. This is all on you. Because you've come to terms with the fact that this does not work for you. This is not in alignment with who you are. And you guys are going nowhere. There's no sense of direction in this relationship. And you come to terms that you have to walk away from this relationship and let it go. They'll sit there and abuse you psychologically. They'll know that you don't like something and intentionally do it to hurt you because it gives them pleasure. Any opportunity to hurt you, to watch you in pain, they'll do it. They'll do it. So the best thing you could do for yourself is, instead of going through this pain and suffering in a way where you're looking at it as a regret, see the opportunity in what you're going through as an opportunity to be wiser, to be stronger, because the narcissist really comes to expose a part of you that has been left broken. They're exposing a piece of you that was left to be damaged, or that was left there unattended. That's what they're doing, because the wounds that are being exposed are wounds that was sitting there longer before the narcissist came around. A lot of the things that we experience are childhood trauma, abandonment issues, neglect. These are some of the things that we really have been experiencing, and the narcissist came to fill a void. That's what the narcissist really came to do, was to fill that void, and we accepted it because that was the closest thing to love that we got. The people that were in our life that we trusted the most, that was there to protect us, hurt us. And when you get hurt from somebody closest to you that you know, you start to weigh the odds to say, okay, if this is somebody that I know, whether it's a family member or a parent, right? They're still a family member. Whether it's a family member or a parent that decided to hurt you and take away your innocence in whatever way they did, right? And these are the people who you trusted that are closest to you. Why, when a narcissist come with that mask on, pretending to love you and to give you what you never got, why would you suddenly walk away from that when that narcissist came to show you something that you never got? Even though it was fake, it was better than what you had. It was better than what no one else was giving to you, because the people that you open up to trust and to love and to be there for you were the same people that were hurting you. So I understand why we gave the narcissist. I sat there and I forgave myself for everything, because it stemmed before the narcissist. It started to happen way before the narcissist. And absolutely right, Leandra, I got tired. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired and doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results. So if you want something different, do something different for a different result. You can't do the same thing over and over expecting a different result. It's not going to happen. And that was something that was crucial for me, because I had to learn that if I wanted to change, I had to change. The change had to come from within me. So I had to change myself. I had to change things about me that I was not comfortable with. I was not comfortable being disrespected. I was not comfortable being taken advantage of. I was not comfortable being talked down to. I was not comfortable being embarrassed and disrespected in front of my kids and in front of my community, in front of anybody, even in front of myself. I had workmen at the house, working at the house, and this man was disrespecting me right in front of the workmen. He had no respect for me or the children or anything at all. And this is what I experienced. But a lot of times when we're getting these embarrassment in public, is because of what we condone in private. When we sit there and entertain these things in private behind closed doors, it's only a reflection of what goes on the outside. It's because it's already what's been going on the inside. And it's now out in the public for everybody to see it. It was already happening behind closed doors. So now when he got out in the public, it was just a bigger embarrassment because now everybody else know. Now people know. The police are showing up to the house. Now the neighbors know what's going on. So when we come out smiling, hey, how are you? Now they know it's not real. So these are some of the things that we do in private because what we're enablers. And an enabler kind of stem from somebody who has been a people pleaser. So as a child, you weren't exposed to having your own feelings. You didn't have a voice. You couldn't voice your opinion or have anything to say. So you had to accept what they told you or shut up. You can't speak. So now you enable people and you become a people pleaser. So once you start to enable people, what you think gonna happen? You become a pushover. So of course the narcissist is pushing us around and they're not being our equal, right? Because your equal is your peer. But instead they're being our parent. They're acting like our parents, controlling us, manipulating us, and telling us what to do as opposed to being our peer. So we got to learn how to recognize these things and recognize these red flags and to have certain traits and characteristics that we're looking for when we go out looking for partners. If your partner is not in alignment with who you are, they don't reflect who you are as a person, that ain't your person. You can't fix nobody. This is not Build a Bear. You're not in the business for building up people, fixing them, and restoring them. You're not God. That's not your job. It's not your responsibility. There's therapists for that. There's counselors for that. There's doctors for that. There's so many professionals, but we take on these responsibility because we think that somehow we can save people. Somehow we can do it. There's a way how it gets done, but it's not that you going and taking on a job. God will use you as a vessel to get the job done. If he ain't using you, that means the job not getting done. That means that's not God using it. That's you trying to overdo you what you were assigned to do. That wasn't your assignment. That wasn't your assignment. So you overdoing what you was sent to do, okay? But guys, I super, super, super duper pray and hope that whatever you're going through and whatever you're experiencing, that you do take the time to love upon yourself. I encourage you guys to take the time to find time for yourself. Make the time for yourself. I'm telling you, any job, any man, any woman, any child, any parent, any person could walk away from you at any given time. No one is going to tell you to spend time with yourself. No one is going to tell you to take care of yourself like how you're supposed to be taking care of yourself. Find some time, make the time, prioritize yourself because you are important and you matter. The healing process, the healing journey takes time. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of shadow work. It takes a lot of doing the work. It takes a lot of time alone time, quality alone time by yourself to get these things done. It does take time and it matters how effectively you do this. I have clients that I've talked to that when they come out of these toxic narcissistic relationship, they start to talk to other guys, female clients, of course. They start to talk to other guys and they think that going into another relationship is the way to go. And they think that, oh, finally, this person is giving me all this love, is showering me with love and affection, and I'm finally getting the attention that I so deserve. But if you really take a look at it, though, if you're not healing or if you haven't taken the time from the relationship that you were dealing with, did you really get to know who you are? Do you really know what you like and what you don't like? Do you really know yourself different from the person that you were with? Because when two people are together, you start to take on each other's identity. You start to copy and do things like each other. You guys become one. So you've taken on a lot of that narcissistic traits. You have taken on a lot of their ways, a lot of their behaviors, and like vice versa, they've adopted some of your ways as well too. So both people are mirroring each other in a relationship like that, going through that narcissistic, toxic relationship. So if you're not taking time from this relationship to heal, to focus on yourself, and to take care of yourself, then you're not bringing that into a new relationship. You're bringing that in to somebody else. Take the time that you need for yourself to focus on you, to start your healing journey, to start your healing process. And yes, it does take time and it is going to take some time. But how bad do you want it? How much do you want it? How much do you want to do something different from what you've been doing before? How much do you really want this? So when you start asking yourself how much you really want it, how much it matters to you, and how much you want a different way out, change is uncomfortable. Doing something different is very uncomfortable, but it's worth a try. I changed my hairstyle. Might be a little uncomfortable because I'm gonna have to get used to it, right? But it's a change. It's just like anything else. Make a change. Do something different. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be a little bit awkward at first. You guys see, I've had my dreads the whole time. That's what I've had. So I turn on the camera now. I just came from the hairdresser today. She did my hair today. So I did not get an opportunity to say, okay, get into this look, girl. Get in front of the camera, like yourself, go in the mirror. Um, you know, self-love. I love myself. Like, yes, girl, breathe. You got this. Come on. Put your shoulders back and yes, girl, you got this. No, I did not get no time to do none of that. This is raw, unedited, uncut, live. You guys see me moving it out the face every couple of minutes, right? Because I have not said it, fixed it, done anything. But guess what? Who is inside of me is what matters the most. And I love me. I was neglecting me for so long. I was hurting me for so long. I was abusing me for so long because I decided to accept abuse. And let me tell y'all something, for the love of me, manipulation hates boundaries. The moment you start to love yourself, the moment you start to put boundaries in place, the moment you stop accepting people treat you like crap and treating you like you're less than and you're not worth it, let me tell you something. Oh, you think you're all this. Oh, you think you're all that. Look at you acting up. Look at you acting nasty. Let me tell y'all something. Act nasty if you want to. Act up if you want to, act different if you want to. Make sure those boundaries are in place though. Yeah. It don't matter who likes it or don't like it. You don't have to be disrespectful to anybody. Setting boundaries in place is because you no longer allow people to treat you a certain way because you don't treat yourself that kind of way. And that's just really what it is. If I don't treat me a certain kind of way, I won't allow you to treat me any kind of way. And that's just what it is. And if you think I have an attitude, I don't apologize for it, but I can understand why you feel that way because I no longer accept less than what I'm worth. I understand how you feel and I get it. I sympathize with you. But to be sorry about it? Not me. No. I'm not sorry about it because I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything that I was sorry about. I was sorry taking abuse. I was sorry being pushed around. I was sorry being walked all over. I was sorry when I came to you to let you know that I'm in pain and I'm hurting and I need your help and support and you turn your back on me. I'm sorry for doing that because I didn't know my worth and I didn't know nothing about me. So yes, I'm sorry for that. And I'm sorry for believing that you will somehow change. And I'm sorry for believing that somehow you eventually was going to start loving me and caring for me the way that I thought you were going to. But you know what hit me? The illusion that I had in my head. I had a whole illusion in my head of what I thought our relationship was. It was in my head the whole time. Even though you were showing me something different, in my head was the illusion, was the future faking that you planted in my head from day one. I was living on that for the whole relationship, the whole time. That's what I was banking on. So even when you did wrongs, I remember what you promised me. You ever hear them tell you, don't promise a child a candy, don't promise kids nothing because they're gonna come. Oh, remember you said, yeah, that's it right there. You promised me something and you never delivered on it. So that was a promise to, is like a comfort to a fool. Yeah, I was foolish for accepting that. Yeah, I was foolish. I ain't no fool though, but I was foolish for accepting what you did. What you offered to me. And you never kept your word, and I never hold you accountable for it. I never held you accountable for not keeping your word and for not holding you to a standards for the promise that you made to me. So guess what? I have boundaries now. I have standards now. Your words and your actions need to be in alignment. That's a part of the integrity. In order for me to build trust with you, that's how I'm going to build trust with you. And your words and your actions are in alignment and it's consistent over a period of time, then I might consider trusting you. So it's not for us to not trust again, right? After they left us to suffer. It's not for us to do anything because that was the whole plan, to have us suppress our feelings and to suppress our voice. But we're not being silenced anymore. That's not an option. We're not being silenced anymore. So, yes. I do have a voice. I understand it. I know how to use it now. I don't have to be disrespectful to get my point across. My yes is my yes and my no is my no. That's it. So I know now the difference in holding my words, because if I decided that I'm going to be treating me good, I'm holding myself to that. So if I know that I need to take time for myself, then maybe I need to put down the remote. Maybe I need to put down the phone for a second and take some time from things that are consuming me and pushing me away from taking care of myself. Maybe I need to be doing some things a little bit different for myself because it's more important to me that I'm better, that I better myself, because you can get the best version of me. The boundaries that are put in place is for the people that disrespect them and oversteps the boundaries and wants to hurt me. But the one that loves me and the people that respects and care about me, those won't be boundaries that they can't fulfill. Those won't be boundaries for them that they can't understand and respect, because they have the same boundaries and they value and respect themselves the same. So they understand and they know exactly what it's like to put yourself first and to take care of yourself, because the better you take care of yourself is the better you'll be able to take care of somebody else, and you can pour into somebody because you're now equipped. You have the tools necessary. You have the knowledge. You have the experience. Those are tools necessary to be able to pour into someone else. You can't pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from something that you don't have into something that you're trying to get that does not exist, because you can't give what you don't have. Have some compassion for yourself. Give yourself grace. Be gentle with yourself. Forgive yourself for what you experienced. Forgive yourself for what you went through. It is okay. It is okay to not be okay. Just don't stay in that not okay place for too long. But allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to experience the pain, because as real as the ground is as real as your pain is. Accept it. Accept it. Let me tell you guys something scary. A scary place to be in with me. A really scary place to be with me is a place of acceptance. Yeah, that's a scary place to be in with me. Once I'm at a place of acceptance, it's dangerous, because now it's not me creating an illusion anymore. It's not me painting a picture. It's not me pretending that something is what it's not. It's not me living in that fantasy world anymore. It's not me being delusional anymore. It's me now accepting it. And I'm laughing not because it's funny, but because I know how serious I am. Once I've accepted the dysfunction, the abuse, the trauma, the gaslighting, the manipulation, you making me look like I'm crazy. Once I've accepted all of that and I start to heal from you, or you in a dangerous place right there. If I start to heal from you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I've started to heal from you. Okay, we're good, because I've accepted. The truth. The truth shall set you free. That's a level of freedom that all this time when I thought that somebody was chasing after me and I was being held captive, no, that was because I was in denial. I was living a lie. Y'all know how I'm transparent I am with myself. Mm-hmm. So when I stopped living a lie and I decided to accept the truth for what it is, it's not love. That's not what love looks like. That's not real. Once I started to accept these things, acceptance, and then I started to heal from it and took accountability for my role, because that's something that a lot of people don't do when they're going through the healing process. They don't take accountability for their role because they tend to point the finger and to blame the other person for everything that happened to them. Yes, those things happen. It's valid. I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings. That's not what I'm trying to do. But what I'm trying to say is at some point, you need to take accountability for the role that you play, because there's a lot of things that you enabled. There's a lot of things that you accepted. You manipulated that person as well too, because people pleasing is a form of manipulation, whether we agree or not. Because if I'm trying to get you to like me and to accept me, and I'm trying to just go out of my way, making myself uncomfortable to please you, that's manipulation. And you might not like it, but think about it though. That's manipulation. When the narcissist is presenting something to you that's not real in order for you to like them, they come with a mask on, a facade. That's manipulation. Well, it's the same thing when you know that something upsets you and it really hurts you and you're suppressing your feelings and you're sitting there quiet in it to please them because you want to be accepted, you want to be liked by them. That is a form of manipulation as well too. So when we start to really heal from these things and the truth comes out and that truth sets you free, the light that shines from within you, you living in your truth, is something different. It hits different. But because change is hard, it's uncomfortable, we're afraid to let go and to experience what it feels like to live in our truth. We feel shame, we feel embarrassed, and we hold on to these negative things and we make them a reality. Let's use this example, right? So we got to learn how to forgive ourselves for the things that we've experienced, the things that we've gone through. We got to learn how to forgive ourselves, right? So let's say, for example, you're out there and I grab a potato, right? A hot potato. And I throw this potato at you and you catch it and it burns you and you fall. You drop the potato, right? Now, here you are. You come back a second time and I do the same thing again and I throw the potato at you and you dodge the potato. You cite it, right? Now, who's responsible for these actions? Both people, right? Because you dodged it because you learned from your first experience, right? The first time you grabbed the hot potato, it burned you. The second time now, you cite the potato because you already know it's hot. The same thing is happening with us in a relationship with these narcissistic, toxic people. When we get that first burn, we need to learn how to have the experience, learn from it, so the next time when someone comes to burn us, we know how to dodge it. That's being able to recognize the red flags and being able to cite these things when they come the next time around. So it's not to run from a potato when it comes or run from a narcissistic person when they come. It's to learn who they are so you know how to get out of their way and let them go on about their business. That's what it really is. So that fear that we're holding on to for so long, we're holding on to this level of fear of trying life again, of going out there, of holding on to these painful relationships. We're holding on to it because we're afraid to move on. We're afraid to trust again. We're afraid to love again. It's not trust. It's not love. It's the people doing things. It's the people that are inflicting the wounds, right? That are poking and stabbing at them and consistently keep doing it. It's the offenders. It's not you. But if you keep grabbing that hot potato each time I throw it, that means you want to be burned. Because now you know what it feels like when you grab the potato the first time. And you keep grabbing it every time I throw this hot potato at you. You want to be burned. Now you're an enabler. Now you actually want it. It's now doing something for you at this point because you now somehow know that it's burning you, but you're still accepting it. Every time I throw it, you go back and you catch it. Something to think about. I know. And I know a lot of times I probably don't make a lot of sense. I get it, okay? I know maybe I really don't make too much sense. But every time when I open up to invite you in, to love me, to care for me, to be there for me, it's an opportunity for you to hurt me a little bit more. See that part right there? I wasn't expecting that from you because I trusted you the first time and you hurt me. But guess what? Like that hot potato, I went back for more. I didn't learn my lesson. It's almost for the narcissist like it wasn't hot enough. It didn't burn enough. I didn't inflict enough wound the first time because you keep coming back for more. So each time you come back for more, I need to continuously inflict more wounds onto you. And the more you come, the hotter it gets because clearly you haven't learned the first time. So what happens after a period of time of catching this hot potato, right? You start to become numb. You start to become immune to this pain. And somehow you tend to normalize this pain. You tend to normalize this feeling, normalize this pain, and normalize the abuse. But like I said before, once I start healing from you, that's because I no longer accept that pain, that hurt, that abuse, that manipulation. I don't want it no more. So I don't accept it anymore. And that part right there, I start healing from you, we're indifferent. It's okay. I see you, I see you. I don't, I don't. You don't have that impact on my life anymore because I now know who you are. And I've reached that stage and that level of acceptance. That's why reaching a state of acceptance with me, you don't want to be there. While I'm talking, while I'm trying to figure stuff out, while I'm in pain, can we work through this pain together while I'm in pain? Or I start to heal this wound? Oh, it's no longer a big wound no more. It's just a scab. Oh, you in trouble. Oh, you in big trouble. Yes, you are. Listen, guys, it was a beautiful conversation. So while they left you to suffer, it's an opportunity for you to heal from this wound, okay? It's a great opportunity for you to heal from this wound. If you guys haven't already, you see, like I told y'all about my change, right? My new hairdo, listen, okay? Y'all get into this. It's a whole change, okay? So change is different. Change is uncomfortable, but change is necessary sometimes. My locks were getting too heavy, y'all. It was getting too heavy. At some point, you got to know when to walk away and when to cut your losses. And hello, peace. That was my loss, okay? But I never lose. I always win. So when you have that mindset, you was born a winner, you stay a winner, you can't lose. You always win. And tonight, I know y'all are all winning. So with that winning attitude, please go ahead and hit the like button. Share this video with anyone that you know that will benefit from this video. And if you haven't, this video, you heard her? Did y'all catch that? Run that back, right? That's how live it is. I can't run it back. I can't run it back, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Your girl will be bringing more videos out for you. And as you know, sometimes I do bring on guests and have people coming on, but as we grow this channel a little bit more, we'll do more things, right? Bring more of a panel kind of discussion to you guys. You saw I did it for a couple of weeks, but I definitely want to do these single videos alone sometimes in between, right? Maybe just for an hour. I don't want to max out that because it's just a lot of food in it and it's very nutritious, right? Definitely want to leave these information out because I know sometimes you guys are going through stuff and you might just need a word, and you might need a quick word and not a discussion word. So I still try to squeeze these ones in, so that you do get this type of one-on-one with me, as opposed to booking a session. This is a little bit different because, as you know, I answer multiple questions during sessions like this, as opposed to our one-on-one, right? Definitely have a few things coming in store for you guys. I'm looking forward to spending more time with you guys, going live more days out the week, to be able to interact more on deeper topics. Don't hesitate to send me an email at healingyoursilence@gmail.com. I'll respond to your emails if you guys have questions. That's a quick question. I can answer it. But if it's long and lengthy, I'll definitely redirect you to booking a session, a one-on-one session with me. If you watch any of my videos and you wanted to get a session from these videos, listen, send me a message and let me know which video you watched. And I'll be able to give you a discount on doing a session or something, right? With that being said, I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support and the continuous commitment, loyalty, covenant, whatever we call it, right? It's so many different words. And please don't take anything out of content. You know, it's already love and support. The information that I do share on here is my personal experience. I went through narcissistic abuse. I was married for 13 years in a narcissistic abusive marriage. Had no clue what I was in for. But what I got out of it is tremendous. The magnitude of support and love that I have out here is unmatched, you know, and I definitely look forward to doing more of these videos with you guys. If you're loving this content, loving this information, or if there's a topic or a situation that you're experiencing and you want me to go live on the topic, don't hesitate. Say, hey, Nessa, go live on this topic. We want to get more information on it. I want to get more information on it. Can we discuss this a little bit further, right? I definitely wanted to keep tonight under an hour because I wanted to shout out my boy Hario over the top. So if you guys haven't already, please go over to Hario's channel, Hario over the top. He's coming on right next after this, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday nights as well too, right? Show our community love. He helped me when I needed to get out of this thing, y'all. So I'm a little babe compared to my big brother, Hari, okay? But without further ado, guys, I love you. It's always a pleasure seeing you. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. And I can't wait because I have a surprise for you guys. So I can't wait till I see you next time and I'll present it to you guys, okay? Hopefully, you guys are all ready for the surprise. Anyway, guys, again, don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. The more you hit the like button, it's the more the information goes out in the algorithm, out to other people so they could get this information and get the help that you're getting, right? Let's not be selfish with this free information, this free help. Share it out. That's how you can help your girl. Thank you so much. Good night, y'all.